I mean, oh,
We've gotta see forever for what is done today never really fades away. Don't you worry about the weather, I'll rage on through the storm. Oh, and shed your skin today, though the rain wash away. Oh, come on, look inside, everybody just get in line. No, nothing's free but you and me, but we fight and we lie and we destroy what we believe. While you're worried about your deity, here I am, just worried about you and me. Yeah, while you're worried about your deity, here I am, just worried about you and me. No, I scream and you're screaming, we stand for nothing. Yeah, I scream and you're screaming, we all want morphine. Oh, kill those dreams. Oh, I can see, yeah, but I just don't believe. And if I were you and you were me, maybe we could just get together and you would see. Oh, we're all the enemy. And while you're worried about your deity, here I am, just worry about you and me. And while you're worried about your deity, here I am, take a good look at you and me. Oh, why can't you see? Yeah, I scream and you're screaming, we stand for nothing, we stand for nothing. Yeah, I scream and you're screaming, we all want morphine, we all want morphine. Oh, kill those dreams. Oh, close your eyes, count to 10, just hold your breath in there. Oh, close your eyes, count to 10, just hold your breath in there. Wash away their sins. While you're worried about your deity, here I am, just worry about you and me. While you're worried about your deity, here I am, take a good look at you and me. Oh, it's all you know, it's no surprise, all their bullet holes full of lies. Oh, it's all you know, it's no surprise, all their bullet holes full of lies.
Your love is my drug. I get high and can't get enough. You make me feel like a fiend. It's your skin and your touch. Must be a sin if I like it this much. It's the best that I've ever seen. You're all I need, the blood in my veins and the air that I breathe. You're all I need to get by. When you bleed, I bleed. I feel what you feel and I see what you see. It's your love that gets me so high. It gets me so high. sell everything I own without hesitation. Should I cook you in a spoon and shoot you up? You're filling up my dreams and my imagination. Yet I just can't seem to shake this stuff. Your love, it's my drug. I get high and can't get enough. You make me feel like a fiend. It's your skin and your touch. Must be a sin if I like it this much. It's the best that I've ever seen. You're all I need. The blood in my veins and the air that I breathe. You're all I need to get by. When you bleed, I bleed. I feel what you feel and I see what you see. It's your love that gets me so high. It gets me so high. Your love gets me so high. Gets me so high. Your love gets me so When your world crashes around you, I've got some genius advice. Don't sit in a world of depression. Grab hold and give it a light. Well, don't get me started about the broken hearted alive when up and give it to you. 'Cause you look broken hearted too. Well, don't get me started about the broken hearted alive when up and pass it to you. 'Cause I've been broken hearted too. You don't see more reason for crying. Don't see much reason for hate. You won't see me sitting in a dark room. 'Cause I get high.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
What's up, everyone? We're here. We made it. How's it going, everybody? It's your boy Thundy.
And Crude. What's up, y'all?
What's up?
Yo.
And we got that boy Shades. How we doing, everyone?
You're a hater.
We're here. We made it. We're alive.
Yeah, we made it. Another 2 weeks of being alive, boys. Congratulations.
Can I tap out? I'm done. I quit. Can I quit back to like desktop? Like, I'm done.
I saw a video today that the guy was like, man, basically when I was young, I thought I wouldn't have to deal with that old age because I'd die. But like basically, I haven't died. And he's like, and I was like, oh my god, like the way he said it, I was like, yeah, that's a problem.
Like,
When
I'm
he saw that,
still going.
I-
I didn't think I would
didn't-
make it this far, and I don't know
I
what
didn't
to
think
do.
this through. What the fuck is a 401k? Like,
Oh, we are here. So, I know we got a lot of people out and about tonight doing things, but we stuffing things, floating down rivers, and doing all that kind of fun stuff.
swirling it up.
No, ain't no one swirling it up because I'm in here.
How do you know?
Whoa. Yeah.
You're not
Yeah.
the only one.
Oh,
Getting it.
so
So,
who out there plays video games?
Fiji games. That'd be me.
Play one or two.
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes.
1,000.
So we are going to give you the entire history of video games tonight.
Yeah. I feel sick. I gotta go.
You better strap in. It's going to be a long stream.
Strap in or strap on, because it's gonna get hard in here. Sorry.
Oh, okie dokie. Well,
Man,
we're not.
I'm feeling myself tonight, boys. Let's go. Chirp, chirp.
Oh, all right. So we're not actually going to go through the history of video games, although that would be fun. We're going to just talk about games that have been released or are going to be released in 2022 that we're particularly interested in or feel like discussing. And then that'll be our first, hour of content. And then after our break, we're going to come back and talk about some of the release events that happened this month and some of the games that we would like to discuss from there that really trip our triggers. So that's what we're getting into tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So before we start that, though,
My triggers.
to get us good and warmed up, we're going to talk about what we're playing right now and what you guys out there might be playing right now. So
Yes.
let's start with Shades. What's Shades been playing on his old Xbox?
Play a lot of hit. Always loved those games.
Mhm.
The only thing I don't like about the one I'm playing now is tells me that I have access to like Hitman 1, 2, and 3 and all that crap, and won't let me play any of the levels. So a little bummed about that.
Aw.
That's whack.
Yeah. That kind of stuff bums me out when they like give stuff to you or you earn it and then they take it away.
Right? Or it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got quite a few of the bitching and moaning about that stuff on games, believe me.
Yeah, like was it Need for Speed? I don't remember which one it was now, but like I earned a car and then they took it from me and said, "Hey, buy it." I'm like, "What?"
Oh, you were so
Yeah.
pissed when that happened. I remember.
Bro.
Like, I unlocked it, but now I gotta pay for it. What is this?
That's almost like pathetic. Yeah, it's like, oh, unlock this sweet car at this level, and that makes you like push to that level, and then it's like pay $2. What?
I mean, $2 wouldn't have been bad. I still would have complained like a mofo, but $2 wouldn't have been bad. I think they were charging like 30.
Oh, that's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah,
bro.
I had to buy a whole pack or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I would go buy a house in whatever that fucking new shit is online and play it in VR and be like, I live here in virtual reality world.
Well, what have
Yeah.
you been playing, Crude?
A game called Cycle Frontier, which is a lot like
Oh,
a lot of things. Tarkov to be expected, but it's got a Halo feel to it. Basically it's go in, grab gear, grab shit, get out. Then the other one, of course, I'm spending a lot of time on at the moment is Ark. I went back to playing Ark with my dinosaurs. Brand new map out. That is what I'm gonna say this probably wrong, but it's like Norse, like the the old stuff, and there's like it tips its hat to Lord of the Rings. So like they have like the volcanic stuff where they threw the ring in, like they did all that stuff. The dwarven, they have a dwarven city, and like, dude, the new map on Ark right now is fucking amazing. So that's what I've been doing right now.
I hear bits and pieces about that one because Joel that I work with, he's still been playing it. Like he hasn't taken a day off for a while.
So the normal map from like when we played it, right? When we were all playing it together, I can't remember if did you join us, Shades? I think you did, didn't you? You played it with us.
Yeah, I played for a minute. Okay, and then I think we had computer issues.
Yeah, so picture that map we were on, how big that was. This map includes 4 different portals that take you to a map that's almost equal to the size of the original one.
That's crazy. Isn't there like a new flyer too?
Huh?
Isn't there like a new flyer too?
Oh yeah. I mean, there's like Fenrir, if you know anything about that, he's like the wolf, like from the god wolves or whatever. He's like a god.
Yeah.
He's the new boss. I'm sure there's some stuff that I don't know about yet because I don't do a lot of looking up before I play it. I'll look up stuff as I play it. So
you just kind of jump in raw.
Yeah, if I can find it on my own, I want to discover it and find it on my own. I don't want to watch a video about it.
Yeah.
Because this map is fucking gorgeous. So, but in the return to that though, I have ran into some shit where I'm like, "What is that?" and died.
Yeah.
Like instantly. So, but it's been awesome.
I got to read about this. How do I get past here?
Yeah, definitely something that maybe we should take a look at at some point in time, going and seeing, showing it off. My base is fucking epic.
No, it's not me.
Nah.
Yeah, I mean, we had fun playing Ark. To this day, it's still one of our best videos. Was one of our streams playing that game.
Oh yeah, dude.
I miss my otter.
Bro, I got a bunch of otters that live right out in front of my base, man. You can get another one. There's a bunch. All the little shoulder pets basically live right out in front of my base. They got one now. I know that I don't want to get too deep into this, but they have one now. You remember the RG birds, the big eagle-looking birds?
Yeah.
So they have little RGs. They're called something hawks. And basically you kill stuff and it eats it and that tames it. And it's a shoulder pet. But when you die, it will bring your stuff back to the bed.
Nice.
Where you spawned. That's fucking crazy, dude. That is one of the, but they're really hard to tame and stuff. But basically, without getting too far into it, that's one of the new, I think it's one of the new little things. I've never seen it before, and I've played a lot of Ark. I looked the other day, and just on my PC, which I played it more on Xbox, I have put like over 600 hours in.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and that's, and I haven't had my PC very long. So, sad day for me in my life, but yeah, I basically don't know what grass feels like anymore or seeing what it looks like, but whatever. Fuck oxygen, right? I mean,
yeah, pretty much. You can buy canned air at Walmart, so I mean,
yeah, that used to be a thing that I did, but that's a whole nother discussion. We won't talk about that. But, would you like a paper bag for your groceries? Yes, I would. Man, too bad we don't have boops out for live because I'm making a whole bunch of boops. Remember the old days of the channel? Boop, we gotta take that out.
Oh yeah. Yep. Rewind, edit.
Hey, Leaf, who is broke?
Yeah.
Hiding from you, broke.
So I also wanted to talk about old Sniper Elite 5 that I've been playing. The slow-mo like kill shots when you go for like the head.
Yeah.
Insane.
That stuff is brutal.
Yeah. Old Jerry told me that him and his boy, they now do dick shots. I'm like, that's kind of a good idea. Like, makes it more entertaining.
Freaking bullet just traveling through broken bones, it just falling off. I'd be screaming in real life, probably throw up. I don't know.
I don't know if,
Yeah.
but
Well-
on a game, hilarious.
All right, man. What else we got? What else we got?
Well,
Hey, Farming Simulator 22 came out. Haha.
It's on Game Pass, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I know.
I'm kidding.
I
I don't want to talk about it.
I have it. I don't want to talk about it, but we're gonna have to play it. We're gonna have to mow fucking lawns, dude. Like our life depended on it.
I'm not talking about it.
Why not? We're talking about games that come out in 22.
Fair, but I'm
It did.
not talking about it.
It came out in 21, but you know.
Did it?
Yeah.
I guess they always come out a year earlier.
On that though, like even talking about Game Pass, dude, like that game was not out very long before it
No.
hit Game Pass. I almost paid $60 for that game because I do enjoy Farming Simulator a lot.
Yeah.
It is amazing to me how much money Game Pass has saved me. It's crazy.
It saved you, but cost other people thousands. Jerry,
Oh, dude, yeah.
he bought Ark, and then now it's on Game Pass, and he's like, "You son of a
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
but,
dude,
like,
yeah, because they released it all for free now.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There's less. Oh yeah, they just released Ark for free on Steam and everywhere. But it's like there's less that you can do on Game Pass. Well, here's the other thing too: is you don't own the game on Game Pass. You don't get it all downloaded.
I mean,
and
you
stuff.
do for $10 a month.
Not if it leaves.
Yeah.
No, as long as you have it downloaded and you don't uninstall it, you keep it.
Right, but
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying
you
if,
can't-
like,
You can't
Right,
play
right.
it
I get
once
what you're
Game
saying. You
Pass
don't-
is gone, though.
right. If you don't have
Own
Game
it, yeah.
Pass or like your hard drive fails or something like that and it's no longer there, you're just done. Like, because you don't own it.
Right.
I like it just because it's like I can play any game I want, and then if there's something I specifically want to buy, then I'll go buy it on Steam.
Yeah.
But if you're like
Right.
on computer, like if it's way better to play games on like something like Steam or Epyk Game Launcher, because Xbox Game Pass does some stupid shit, and like you have less access to the game because it's on Game Pass than you would have with like Steam. So if you want to mod
Yeah.
something, there's far less that you can do. There's also lots of bugs I've run into trying to run it off of other hard drives, and like you're locked into basically what Xbox wants instead of letting you do what you want to do with it, like every other PC game launcher out there. But
Well,
um,
and there's a slight understanding for me for that because you have to be able to keep that cross capability and stuff like that with the Xbox. Like basically there's mods that Xbox just can't handle that PC can. So I think that's the difference between the two sometimes, but I understand completely what you're saying.
but what I've been playing lately, well, besides old Crude and I and Shades this past week, we've been playing Raft and in our Tuesday night gaming streams, and it's been a lot of fun.
I mean, you guys played. I just tried not to die and figure out the controls.
That's basically playing it.
That's
You played
how
it.
you play
Yeah,
a game, a
that's-
survival game. Yep.
That's what Raft is. Yeah, no, just Raft in general is the hardest survival game I've ever played. And then when I spawned in an Ark the first time, I died in the first 30 seconds. And Raft is still harder.
Yeah, so we've
Yeah.
been playing that, and then I've been playing some Fallout 4, and I started it on Xbox until I'm like, I want to use some of these mods that I can't use, so I switched to PC or to Steam, and I've been playing it on Steam, and it's been quite a trip of a game, and I've been enjoying it. I haven't played the Fallout franchise, and to start with 4, I know is like sacrilege when New Vegas is like the heralded best game in the franchise, but you know what? It's just like Skyrim, but in the wasteland. So I'm having a good time. It's a lot of fun.
I had a really good time to the first 3. So you can only take so much of it, though, I think.
We've already got someone in the chat gambling. The first
Yeah.
thing they did when they showed up, we got someone else. We got a couple people gambling. So what are you guys playing right now, chat? Is there anything you guys are playing? Will I get us transition into this next segment? Anything you're playing out there, Leafy?
I don't think any of them are gamers.
Justin? I don't think any of them are gamers.
Nah, not real gamers.
They just show up for the gambling.
Yeah, they're just gamblers.
Yeah. Dustin, you didn't even say fucking hi.
Just like, I'm a gambler.
You just started gambling. Damn, bro. Love you, buddy.
Hey, the only person getting fired around here.
I'm sorry.
Brooke, was that a fat joke towards me? That's messed up.
Yeah. So, all right,
Brooke
guys.
just made a fat joke towards me, so we need to get her out of here.
What?
Yeah. She said pick on someone your own size. Clearly there is no one, and that's fucked up.
It's because she's like the size of a chipmunk. That's why.
Right.
We got Chipmunk Brooke over here.
Real quick, Dustin says, I play Clash Royale. I like that game. I played it.
I've heard about that, but I don't remember exactly what it is.
I have never played it, and I don't know why I was muted, so I don't know how much I've been talking, and it wasn't getting picked up.
Oh no.
So I guess let's transition into our next segment then.
Yeah, we gotta keep moving. All right, Dustin.
So all right, so game releases. So we're not gonna go through every game release that has happened this year because there's so damn many. There's so many.
It really is.
Really is. But we're just gonna touch on one or two most months that have come out that piqued our interest, or that we've played, or that we have a history with the franchise, or we find it interesting. So to start, I'm gonna start with this. January, God of War came out on PC. Sony has started bringing their exclusives to PC, which makes me thrilled that I don't have to buy a PlayStation 5 anymore.
Oh my god, yes. It's amazing. It's amazing.
I bought my PS4 for two reasons. God of War and Madden. One of those things did not let me down. And I'll let you guess which. This game. So, God of War is a lot of fun, but I only got like 80% of the way through it before I had to take a break from gaming for a while. And then when I came back, I'm like, this is so difficult. Like, where am I at? What am I doing? It's difficult trying to find your bindings, find your feet after you've taken a long break from a game and it's like near end game. That's kind of been my problem with gaming in general, but this game is fun. It's really fun.
Get it together, boy.
Right? So I probably need to get this on PC and then stream it, or make some content with it so that I can play through it again, because it was a lot of fun. I love this game. Anybody else played God of War? Either of you played any of the God of War games at all?
Yes, I have never played it, but I watched somebody play for an hour or two. I don't remember. It looked pretty cool. I just never played it.
I played the first one. I didn't play the second one.
They were really good hack and slash type games.
Yeah. Dude, the graphics are nice. The story's great. Like, I'm having
the story's great.
And it's Norse
mythology.
mythology.
The story is
I love that
great.
shit.
Yes.
So February comes around and they dropped Horizon Forbidden West. Now, I don't know who's played the first game. I was trying to return to streaming with the first game, Horizon Zero Dawn, and I know it was like critically acclaimed. It was an amazing game. I did the same thing I did with God of War, and I got like 80% of the way through, and then life happened, and then I never came back to it. So it's a really fun game.
Yeah, and there's even more content after you beat the game now. There's like another
DLCs
game. Yeah, it's crazy. That's my boy was like, I beat it one time when I was there, and the next time I went back, he was doing something different. I'm like, what are you doing? He goes, they added DLC. There's more to do. And I'm like, oh god, that's crazy.
Like, what's fun is, spoiler alert. You don't want to hear this spoiler, mute us for a couple of seconds. What's fun is when you come across the stadium in the game and knowing what stadium it is and where this game physically takes place, I
Yeah,
won't
just
spoil
mute
that.
anyway.
I won't spoil
Even if
that.
you do it, just mute. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, just mute me. You don't want to hear me. But it's a fun game. There's a lot of secret, or not secrets, but like Easter eggs and stuff like that.
It was
And there's a
clearly
lot of
Denver
fun.
Stadium, but it's whatever.
So
It's whatever.
I have actually heard very mixed reactions to the second game, but it's one of those things where I'm gonna have to play it myself. So, but that's what came out in February.
That's what any game is now.
As I'm scrolling through the list, I see Cyberpunk 2077. Whatever happened to that one?
So that was like some sort of like console release or some other type of update or release. And I don't know. I haven't played it since I tried to stream it because I still don't have a great graphics card. So I just don't even care anymore.
It's not worth playing.
I don't even care
I'm a
anymore.
hater on that game, bro.
But you know what game that Crude is not a hater on is the other game that we were going to focus on that came out in February that took the entire gaming world by storm.
That's not it.
Elden Ring.
Yes.
So I haven't
Yes.
played it. I know Shades hasn't played it. So why don't you tell us a little bit about this game?
Well, if you're into playing a game and hating your life at the same time, this is the game for you. Because you will. And basically, if you don't like grind and you don't like dying all the time, don't even pick up a paddle. Don't even touch a controller or a keyboard. It will do you no fucking good. It lived up to the hype though. I mean, just dude, the scenery, the bosses, the everything that it was supposed to be was amazing. And I know we talked about it earlier, and I want to hit on it now. They released a full game, done game with barely any issues whatsoever. I mean, it was done. And that in itself is an amazing feat nowadays because everything's in beta for 5 years. Everything's crap. Elden Ring did it right. They did it well. And it lived up to the hype, dude. A lot of people played through it, loved it. I haven't heard a whole lot of bad things about it. And that's basically it.
Yeah,
I loved
you
it.
know, George R.R. Martin was behind it because he doesn't want to finish his book series. He'd rather do other things. So he came and helped make this game. And if you're not a Dark Souls player or like games that are gonna make you break controllers, then this isn't for you. Like it's not for Thundy. People are like, why haven't you played Elden Ring? If I wanted to stress, I'd live real life. Like,
That's why I play games though. But yes, this game is totally different.
Yeah. Like I had some fun watching some people play it. We've had friends come over who tell us about all sorts of crazy things that happen in this game. And I've seen all the crazy builds people are doing. And one of my favorite things about this game and this franchise is like the people behind it as a whole is like dropping in Easter eggs that may not ever even be found. Like there's still stuff from the first Dark Souls game that are being found today. So like these styles of games and those types of Easter eggs just show extra quality and extra care in the game that you're developing.
Yeah, because there's a lot of Easter eggs that I know for a fact from reading and doing, I guess not fact, I can't say fact, but that they release it to like streamers to like find it. Like they release the Easter eggs to be found on a stream, you know, and do all that, which I think is kind of crap. You know what I mean? Like if you're making Easter eggs, but yeah, then you're putting it out there like, hey.
A lot of the times too, it's like if it's fun, like they know that if hype for this game dies down, someone's gonna find an Easter egg and that will reinvigorate interest in the game down the road. Like, you know, when people probably went back to the first like Dark Souls game when they found that other Easter egg. Like,
oh yeah,
it's wild.
Because me as a maker of a video game, I would release that there are 50 Easter eggs. We have put 50 things into this game that is an Easter egg. And then basically, if let's say you found it pops out that 49 of them have been found. Do you know how many people are going to get on to try to find that last one if you gave like a cash prize or something? Like,
I'd be like,
you know what I mean?
50 Easter eggs, and I'd only put 49 in the game.
Right, dude, oh my gosh, hilarious. That'd be the biggest troll in the world. That's the Easter egg. Like, no one knows it, but there are no more. It's the end credit. When you beat the game, no one watches the credits to the bottom. It's like 50th Easter egg right here.
It's like in the middle of the credits, like when you've stopped paying attention.
Yeah.
It was like map coordinates or something. But
well, they just make the credits 5 hours long. Good luck.
Hi.
Speaking of games that are incredibly bugged, is this game that came out in March, WWE 2K22. I was watching a buddy try to stream it, and like the audio bugs, and just on PC at least, like there's so many bugs, so many things he had to do just to get the game playable, and then it didn't save any of his progress, and he had to do a bunch of stuff over. And like the only thing that's keeping me from, like, because their character creator is insane in this game. It always has been.
Wrestling always has been.
The only thing that's kept me is like, I don't want to spend $60 on a game that I don't know if it's gonna work, and if I'm even gonna play it that much, you know. So it'd be nice if it was on Game Pass. I'd give it a go then. Like, that's what I like Game Pass is for, is trying games, because demos aren't a fucking thing anymore. Like,
I knew people that weren't even into wrestling that used to love wrestling games. They just kind of fell off because I think that
the game fell off.
The games fell off. Yeah, I mean, like, we're just not keeping up, because that's basically why I don't play it anymore, because you're right. I mean, some of the buggy crap or some of the stuff that like by now should have been expected to be able to do in the creation and in the stuff, like we should have this by now. Like, you know, the ideas are...
How much fun it would be for us to like buy this game, play it on stream, create each other's character, like create our own characters, and let our community create characters, and then like have pay-per-views and tournaments and see who can come out on top. Like,
well, and you wouldn't even have to participate. Like, we could watch our characters fight. You know what I mean? Because I watched a stream that was doing that the other day, and it was funny. They all just picked characters, chat picked characters. They did like a Royal Rumble, and basically that's all they did was just watch it to see whose character was winning, and then they gave out, you know, that old currency that everybody chases on this channel. Just saying.
Yeah, use the McMahon voice. You're fired. I don't know. He's kind of in hot water right now. But that's not a topic we're gonna discuss on this stream. So
yeah, basically, real wrestling has fell off. So has the game.
I think that it'd be kind of funnier / cooler if we didn't create our own characters. Like, I create Crudes.
Okay. Okay. Well, in that case, I get shady. Thundy, you can create your own character. We're not.
I'm like,
I got you, Shades.
I spent hours in that thing creating my character, creating my movesets, creating my finishers, creating arenas. Like, it was.
I'm not even sure I played the game.
Time. You're right. Like, and then like setting up my own shows with my own champions and storylines. Like, I don't think I played one since like the first, outside of like the first decade of the 2000s. I don't think I played one.
Basically, since Stephanie McMahon had left, I didn't, you know, there's no point in me watching wrestling or even playing a game. I'm just saying.
What do you mean she left?
I don't know. I have no clue.
Actually, she recently did, and there's been some.
Yeah, but yeah, we just won't talk about that.
Right. So, anyways, moving
on.
April.
Ooh, quick! Look at that big distraction.
Huh?
A squirrel.
So, I have played some of the Lego. Have any of you guys played any of the Lego games at all?
I played Lego Batman.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah, what'd you think of the Lego games?
I mean, good. Just childish.
Good. Yeah, I was gonna say, for what they are or what age group they are created for, They're really good.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
like they're good
yeah.
for that. Like my daughter thoroughly enjoys the Lego games.
There's usually like
and
tons of
they're,
characters and all sorts of
Yeah.
fun stuff you can do in these games.
Yeah.
Um,
And honestly, big Harry Potter fan, I guess you could say. And that's like one of the only Harry Potter games there was Legos did it first, and she plays the crap out of that thing and she loves it.
so I haven't
good for
played
them.
this one because everyone knows that I hate the sequels, and this game focuses a lot on the sequels, but I would like to play it for the other stuff. I know that there's a massive roster of characters in this game, which would be fun to do. I just
Small.
maybe I'll pick it up off a Steam sale for $5 in the future sometime.
Yeah. This is one of those games that's what you do. You just wait.
Wish
You
list
just
it
wait.
and wait.
Yeah.
So May comes around, and there's a game called Evil Dead that drops. Now, we've got some friends of ours over at 3B Video that play this game, and it sounds really fun. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if I had the extra $40 or whatever it was to blow on this game right now, and we decided to commit to playing this thing, I think we'd have a lot of fun. But it looks super interesting, and I've got it in my wish list, so maybe we'll play this in like October or something.
Yeah.
Like Evil Dead, like the franchise itself as movies it goes from wild to really campy and fun and all over the
Right.
place. So that's what I'm expecting from this game. Like, I've watched some gameplay on it, and it just looks like a lot of fun.
Well, and I played Jason with 3B, so getting on Evil Dead with those guys would be insane because they are insanely fun. And honestly, if they like the game, because they don't have a problem telling you when they don't like a game, it's got to be pretty good.
Right? Roger was like telling me all about it. I'm like, that sounds wild. How does this work
Bro.
with game mechanics? Like, this sounds crazy. So I had to look
Right.
it up, and it looks like a lot of fun. So
Good.
we're gonna refrain from playing a lot of trailers because we don't want to get copyright struck during our stream. But maybe we'll look at a few things during the last segment. So after May was over, we rolled into June. We rolled into this month. And guess what just released recently, like this past week?
Dun dun dun.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Shadesy in a half shell. Turtle power.
Turtle.
So, if you haven't seen this game, it looks super fun. I'm not gonna lie. It's like your old school side scroller arcade game that we can all play. And this may be coming to the stream soon because it's on Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah, like
Yes.
it's already on the Xbox.
Like,
Yep.
Shades already has it installed. I haven't installed it yet.
Oh, bro, that's the old school right there,
We
dude.
got
That's
that
what's
old
up.
school design.
That's what's
Like,
up.
look
Oh,
at
no
this.
way. You can play as Casey?
Yes.
All right, in the stream, we're going to stream this game right now. We'll
All
be back.
Well, if Shades is around, maybe we'll play it on Tuesday, or maybe we'll have to
yeah,
do a
Yeah,
special stream or something for it, because this would be fun.
that's so badass. So
looks
this is
so
not a
much fun.
remake, though, correct? Because this looks
No,
a
this
lot
is a-
like, what was
this
it,
is like a
2
new
or
game.
It
3?
looks like one of the originals, yeah.
Yeah,
like
it's
the
like the
arcade
Mario
version.
Brothers, like the Mario Brothers where they're moving through the map, and then
Yeah.
once you run into somebody, it's like you have to fight and do all this shit. And yeah,
it
dude.
looks like a
Oh
lot
my
of fun.
god, bro,
Like-
I'm ready.
We went over to Drever Design Shop. Every time we're over there, we like have to play the Ninja Turtle arcade game he's got.
Yeah.
Shades and I have been dominating on that thing. So, like, this would be so much fun to play. Like, I'm probably gonna install it tomorrow. So,
Oh my gosh, don't
Look at
show
this.
me anymore.
look at this. That was Casey. That was Casey. Watch.
Did he just throw April in a ball? That just happened.
I don't know. I'm not going back far enough.
April like rolled up like Sonic or something right
Yeah.
there.
It was.
Yeah.
He just threw
She
April
looked
like a
like,
ball.
I just wanna.
You look like what's his face?
Yeah, look, you got
I
it
just
right there,
want to say that Casey and Shredder, fucking Winter are skateboarding together and high fiving, which is kind of awesome.
Yeah, this is gonna be awesome. Yeah,
It's
all
gonna
right,
be fun.
I'm sold.
Yes, they just threw.
That's why we do this.
They just Kamehameha'd
Yeah.
April O'Neil.
April, I
Instead, they're just throwing gingers at people. I mean, that makes sense.
Oh man, fireballs.
Remember
Yeah.
the big green dude off of Street Fighter that curls up into a ball with electricity? That's what that reminds me of.
Man,
Dude, yeah.
why can't
April must be his sister.
what's his name? Why
Anyway,
can't I think about it?
it's
There's a
not.
G, right?
Yeah.
I thought it was a B. I don't remember.
No,
Is it? No, it's not Guile. It's some weird name.
I know it's not Guile.
Yeah, I was gonna say Guile's the main dude, isn't he?
no, I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah.
He's
doesn't matter.
the military guy.
Yeah.
so that looks fun, and it may be one that we stream sometime soon. So keep an eye out for that. We skipped July
Yeah.
because there's not much that comes out next month, minus a game called Stray, where you play as a stray cat, which is interesting, but not interesting enough to cover.
Well,
So-
hold on.
Yeah. I saw
Hold
that and I
on.
was like,
What are we
take
holding
it
on
off the
to?
list.
Okay, never mind. I was
Hold
going
on,
through the
hold
July
on,
list, and I thought I had one,
Hold on.
but it went away. F122 caught my eye, but then again, it's like,
The
those
F1
kinda-
racing.
One.
yeah, those kind of games, like, I don't know. They
So,
get me at first, but then I
the
get
only thing I
lost
want-
on them.
The only thing I want to do in those is I want to do a VR with the driving
Yeah,
simulator.
yeah.
That would be at that speed and stuff, depending on how well they did it, like, because everything is a blur at that speed.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, they have to memorize the course basically. But anyway, yeah, that's how I would play that game if I played it.
If we got to do that, we got to put up like fans in front of our face too.
Like a dog.
Yeah, well, like that way we're catching the wind as we're driving, man. I mean,
That's
So
amazing.
I'm definitely clipping that part out of Crude.
Yeah, thank you. No problem. Let me give it to you again. All right.
Oh, the memes are gonna be great.
Oh man, I about said something terrible right there. Okay.
So,
Moving on.
You hush your
Moving on
mouth.
to August, we've got Marvel Spider-Man being released on PC,
I'll never be as good as the
Um,
first one.
and we'll discuss that probably a little bit more in the next segment. We've got Madden 23 coming out in August.
out of here. Get
And
that
everybody
shit outta here.
knows Madden is lazy garbage, and it's an insult to John Madden. So,
It is.
with that being said, we're
Gunk.
gonna rumble my thunder about this game in August, I'm sure. So, with that being said, let's move in and this next game, wasn't it being talked about was this game in the showcases? I don't remember.
Yes, it was in the summer.
What, Saints Row?
Okay, so we will discuss this in the next segment.
Yep.
Um,
I got some notes a little bit.
we got some stuff to talk about with Saints Row because we enjoy Saints Row. So
Yeah.
the next game, the last game we're going to talk about in August is Destroy All Humans 2 Reprobed. So this is them, remastering the original sequel. I played it a little bit on stream, the first one, the first reboot or whatever, not reboot, but remaster or whatever. And it was fun until I got really confused and it was late and I'd had a few too many drinks and I was like, I'm done. And I haven't touched it since.
Wait, so is this the reprobed version?
Yes, Reprobed
Ah.
is like the
Such a good name.
remastered.
Yeah, yeah.
So, it should be pretty fun. I need to play the first one again. It was a lot of fun. September is a very, very interesting game. Gollum. There is going to be a Gollum game.
Oh no.
Precious.
Precious.
So I have no idea how this game is going to function, how it's going to play. It looks interesting for sure. It's probably going to be very stealth based. I don't know much. You know, it's a story driven action adventure. Take on a perilous journey as Gollum, chasing the only thing that is precious to him. Gollum is skillful and cunning, but also torn by his split personality. One mind, two egos, you decide. So it sounds like it's going to be story driven, where you make choices and you basically side with one of his personalities or not, I guess. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
We can.
That's weird, dude. See, because it's like, what are we doing in gaming? You're beating a game to death at this point. You're beating an idea to death.
He looks like a Charlie Brown character, like an animated 3D Charlie Brown character.
If that's in Charlie Brown, I would have been terrified as a child.
Charlie Brown.
It looks like Charlie Brown if he'd have been like, "It's a hard knock life for me. It's a hard knock life for me."
I am quite interested as to how this game is. I will be interested to see streamer reviews and stuff like that when it drops to know if it's worth my time or not.
Yeah.
So we move into October and we've got Marvel's Midnight Suns, which seems extremely interesting. So interesting that we're going to move it to the next segment because it was part of the releases that are going to come out at the end of the year that were covered this month. So we'll take a look at this in our next segment.
Ooh. Well, it does look interesting.
October has some bangers dropping.
Dude.
They've also got High on Life, which we're going to cover in our next segment. Like, it's gonna be wild.
You know why October is banging, bro? Because it's right before December, bro.
Right. It's our fall release.
I thought it was like a Halloween thing.
It's our holiday release schedule. But High on Life is from the Justin Roiland from Rick and Morty and Solar Opposites, and I'm actually really looking forward to this game. So we'll talk about it more in a little bit.
What's Rick and Morty?
Now, I've never hit a
craziness.
So
playing.
The other game dropping in October is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. And we're talking about that in our next segment too. All 3 October games are we talking about in our next segment. Then we roll into November and Humankind drops on console. I played like maybe 15 minutes of it on PC and it was late, so I didn't play much and I never came back to it. But Mr. Shades over here has been pretty interested in it.
Yeah, I know nothing about it, but I seen that it was coming out, so I've already got it downloaded on the Xbox. So as soon as it's out, I've got it. But
you've got it. You're ahead of time.
So
you're ready to play it in November.
Yeah, you can pretty much. You can be a douchebag. We'll put it that way. Or you can be one of the greatest people alive.
Yeah, that was Crusader Kings 3 when I was playing that. I mean, there was some horrible stuff you could do in that game. Honestly, I couldn't even believe made it on a game or there wasn't a fuss about it. It was awful.
Well, I'm sure there's been a fuss, but we're just not hearing everything.
Yeah, true.
Or there will be a fuss as soon as it comes out on console and like people are videoing. I don't know.
Yep.
So it'll be interesting. So the last 2 games of the release schedule that we're going to touch on, we're also going to cover in the next segment. So we're going to touch on them briefly, and then we're going to take a short break. So the first of the games is called the Callisto Protocol. I'm pretty sure it's a Sony game, and
looks like it.
It looks wild. It looks like Dead Space, and I know they're like remaking those games, but it looks like Dead Space, and it
like you're a prisoner. Some kind.
It looks wild.
I'm down. You got me with Dead Space.
I'm not gonna lie. I love those games where you play as like a prisoner or you know what I mean? Just a hardcore character that's basically turning hero. Like all those games seem to fly well, dude.
Do you remember that prison game way back in the day where like needle monsters, nurses, or some shit?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was that called?
I don't
I
know.
don't remember.
I'm gonna have to
Because that wasn't a Silent Hill thing. That was
no.
Well, you want the answer to this question? Come back after our break, because the last game, and we'll talk about it more in the next segment, is Hello Neighbor 2. Another game that Shades is interested in. And you ever played the
game
first
honestly
one?
scares me.
It was an interesting concept of a game. And there was some controversy around it. So maybe we'll dive into a little bit of that in the next segment as well. So that's kind of the Cyber Skull highlights for 2022 game releases. Now, obviously, there was a bunch of other like Pokemon games and Kirby game and a whole bunch
which are
of
not to be
different other
slept on.
games.
They're just not talked about at the moment for
But
us.
the only one who has a Switch is Crude, and it's mainly
The real gamer.
It's mainly used by the seed of his of him.
Yeah,
So,
by my seed.
by Crude's seed. So, we would like to get it a Switch and play some
this.
Switch games.
It's
It's like, not gonna lie,
I made it for
Mario
you.
Kart and Mario Party would be awesome to play on stream.
Oh, dude. Yeah, but see, that's like playing Monopoly, bro. Eventually, one of us is going to come out not liking somebody. I'm just saying.
That's
Maybe.
why we
You
gotta
take my gold
invite-
star, and we're throwing fucking hands.
So we got to invite other people that we can dunk on.
True. Cyber Skull Media team up, bro. You ever been triple teamed? Shades, don't answer that.
You're fired. Get out of here.
Oh, well, with that being said, guys, we are going to take a quick 5-10 minute break. And I got a video for you from 3B Video that I'm going to throw up
Yes.
for you while we're at
Check
break.
it out, guys.
Because Sunny's hurting a little bit. He needs to get up from the computer for a minute. So we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to cover some of the video game showcase stuff that happened this month. Then we're going to be out of here. So
Little deep
will be
dive.
back.
Little deep dive.
we will be back. Let me pull this video up first. Where did
Oh.
it go?
I guess we'll just sit here, Shades.
Yep, just sit here. Just sit here.
Sign
Hold your
language.
pose.
I think he was throwing up gang signs and stuff.
We're gonna get canceled.
Hello, internet fans, and welcome to 3B Video. I'm your host, Rotten Roger DeMarco, and today we're going to be talking about my top 5 horror films from 1996.
Yeah, buddy.
Now comes the part where I offer that little itty-bitty disclaimer
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal.
about the way that I make my lists. The way that I make these lists is not by which films perform the best in the box office. The way that I rank these films is just by the amount of fun that I have with them. So your list and my list are maybe gonna be a little bit different, and that's totally cool. But let's get on with the list. So coming in at my number 5 horror film from 1996 is a little movie you might have heard of called Bad Moon. Now I've done a recommends for this movie somewhere in this area here. But if you still want to hear me jabberjaw about this movie, here's your plot synopsis, if you will. Dennis the Menace, literally, versus a werewolf. And Dennis the Menace has a super cool dog named Thor. And he and the dog team up to kick this werewolf's ass. Spoiler alert, the werewolf is his uncle. That sounds like an 80s horror movie title, My Uncle the Werewolf. If it wasn't, someone should make that. This movie is great. Super overlooked, probably one of the best werewolf designs that I've ever seen. Minus about 7 seconds of really, really shitty CGI. Other than that, this is one of those movies that I always gravitate towards. This is one of those movies that I just love more than anything in the world. I mean, seriously, if that sentence can't sell you on this movie, Dennis the Menace versus a werewolf, I don't know what else could make you want to watch a werewolf movie. But I really enjoy this movie. I go back to it all the time. It's got some of the best creature effects I've ever seen in my life, so it had to make the list. But moving on to my number 4 horror film from 1996 is another weird direct-to-video movie that was just super slept on. I guess because it's in a giant franchise, if you will, but that is Amityville Dollhouse. Yeah, I know, there are a lot, and I mean a lot, of Amityville movies, and some of them really suck. I just had to say it. I'm just saying it. Some of them,
Woo! What were you guys thinking?
but in 1996, this weird little direct-to-video Amityville Dollhouse movie was one of those movies that I would pass at the video store, and this cover just sucked me in. This little girl staring at this dollhouse that's the Amityville house. And is this movie groundbreaking by any means?
No.
But as a young kid, this movie just did something for me. I just absolutely love this movie. Not to mention, one of the main ghost monster people really reminds me of Big Ben from House. So I had that weird little connection. And maybe somewhere, some way, got those two movies confused in my youth. I guess that might be a reason why I like this movie so much. But it has everything. It's got weird, I want to sleep with my stepmom vibes. It's got great creature effects. It's got some really, really hokey dialogue. It's got hot girls getting burnt by fireplaces. All kinds of weird stuff in this movie that I like. And it's a super cheese fest. It isn't going to win any awards today, tomorrow, in 1996. It's just not. It's not one of those movies that you see and go, all right, this is the new face of horror. No. This is a movie you go, this is like the 47th Amityville movie.
I'll give it a shot.
And I really like it, so it had to make my list. So if you haven't seen Amityville Dollhouse, and I haven't covered it, so don't click anything up here, because there won't be anything up there. But if you haven't seen it, find a way to see it, because it kicks ass. Moving on to my number 3 horror film from 1996 is Tremors 2 Aftershocks. My son might want to come punch me in the balls for putting this smack dab in the center of my list, because he's a massive Tremors fan, as am I, as is Evil. But my fandom only lasts so far into the franchise, and Tremors 2 is a worthy successor of the first film. I really like this movie. It's funny, and the creature designs are awesome. The CGI didn't age that well, but damn it, this movie is super, super fun. You've got the Shriekers, the new versions of the Graboids. They look like little things that should be in a Mario movie or something. Really weird, and they use heat. They hunt you down by your heat. In the 90s, this movie was a staple for me. It seemed to always be on HBO, so every time that it would pop up, I was going to that channel and I was watching Tremors 2. But this is a great creature feature that's good for your kids, good for the whole family. There's only one butt cheek in the movie, and it's a picture of a magazine, so it's fine. Your kids can watch it. You have my blessing. In this movie, we don't get the return of Kevin Bacon, but what we do get is Fred Ward and Burt Gummer back in the mix, hunting down graboids for money. And so it's got this really fun adventure vibe to it. So you can't make a list about 1996 without putting Tremors 2 in there. And if you haven't seen it, shame on you. Go buy the 8-film box set, or however many fucking movies there are now, and watch Tremors 2. Do that. But moving on to my number 2 horror film from 1996. You might have heard of this one. It's a little Wes Craven film called Scream. Now I know a lot of people are watching this video going, hey, that should be number 1.
You hear that, Stu? I think she wants some motive.
1996 only had so many groundbreaking films, and arguably Scream changed the game. Yes, I will not argue with you about that. Scream is a game changer. But when it comes to my favorite films from 1996, this is just runner-up. Yes, it revitalized the horror genre, and everybody went gaga, and Wes Craven's name became a household name again. And this is one of those movies that really ushered in that self-referential, very hip, very fun, also having TV stars just strewn throughout the cast, so you were guaranteed to get the attention of the teenage audience. But it also matched it with very unique scares, very intense, suspenseful scenes, and killing off people that you don't expect to get killed off. And that's why it had to be my number 2 horror film, because there's just one other film from 1996 that makes my jaw hit the floor, that makes me go, That is amazing, with incredible dialogue, incredible creature effects, a great cast, a great setting, an us versus them motif, which if you're a longtime subscriber to this channel, you know that
I eat that fucking shit up.
I eat it up. I love it. And what movie could that be? You're asking yourself, what came out in 1996? What's the one that Uncle Roger loves above all else? Well, I'll tell you. We did a live stream on it, and you can watch that in one of these corners. But it is none other than From Dusk Till Dawn. You can hear the music. It's playing in your head. Or maybe I just put the music right here. Hearing the name From Dusk Till Dawn makes you want to watch the movie. There's something about it. This really unique road movie of two brothers that are on the run from the law, trying.
And we're back. If you want to see the end of this video that you just watched, I will tell you how you can watch it. Does somebody want to? I guess I'll do it. Yeah. I just got to pull up our live stream.
Let them know. Oh, everyone's going to see my fat body get up because I forgot to do something. All right.
If you want to watch the end of that video, the link is in the chat. And if you're not subbed to 3B Video, go do it. Because this movie Tapehead,
amazing.
This movie Tapehead right here, they released it in its entirety for free on their YouTube channel, and you can go watch it before we do our own review of this game, or this movie. We'll talk about this movie maybe a month before it actually is released to help build some hype, and we'll go over it. So you better watch it before then.
These guys are our friends and are from where we're from, small town, and they're doing it big, dude. They're doing it big. Like, that's all there is to it. They're doing it big.
Yes.
Following their dream.
So take a second, go like, subscribe to their channel. I'm sure they would enjoy seeing that. So.
Oh yeah. Tell them who sent you.
Yeah, yeah. Tell them Crude's testes.
That's right. I made this.
So, with that being said, it's
time to dish dive deep pizza. What?
I want some
could say
deep
that again
dish
if I wanted
pizza,
to.
dog. I'm just pulling everything up over here.
Deep dive divity dog. Time to get into it.
All right.
Worse than a 2 cent. Never mind. Anyway, moving on. Beep.
So, everything announced at Sony State of Play. You know, it used to just be, for all you old folks out here, you know, we're used to seeing E3 and all these other, you know, every June. And then all these companies are like, why don't we just have our own events and make more money? So they did. And E3 didn't even happen this year, but it's supposed to come back next year. So we'll see.
Which is sad, because that's where I get all my stuff.
Like, I remember the days of getting a Game Informer magazine and being so hyped.
Dude.
And I can't remember the last time I felt so hyped for a game. Like,
there's something about reading it versus seeing it.
Just the whole having to wait for things, you don't get them instantly is,
well,
you know.
I think on that is, it's like with movies. I hate watching whole previews because they show the best parts of the shit. It's like, man, stop. And when you read it, you don't get that. You know what I mean? It's all fresh.
I try to refrain
see parts of it
from watching movie trailers in particular, without, except for maybe like the very first like 30-second teaser trailer, because they give away too much. Like,
oh yeah, dude. I saw the whole movie Ted before it came out. That was the number one movie that got ruined for me. I saw every bit of the funny movie part of Ted before it came out.
The worst is when they have like a horror movie and they show people getting killed in the trailer. Like,
Yeah.
how am I supposed to give a shit about any of these characters that you're showing getting murdered already?
Yeah, when I know
Like-
they're gonna die.
Like, I already know when, like, what part, like, they're gonna die. I've seen the death already. But, anyways,
Anywho,
Sony announced a bunch of games. Speaking of horror,
whoa.
Or
there's a Resident Evil PSVR 2 coming out with the big, thick vampire lady.
Mm.
And then there's an Resident Evil 4 remake. So
Yes.
before I dive into Resident Evil as a whole with you guys, I have probably the most brief experience with a Resident Evil. So I have only played one Resident Evil game, and it's
Tisk.
like one of the worst
Yeah, no
games of
kidding.
the franchise. It's Resident Evil Raccoon City. Like, this
Oh my
game
God.
is not
I don't
good.
even remember that one.
Yeah, that
you
to
don't
me that
remember
didn't
that it
exist.
happened.
It
It
didn't
was that
exist.
bad. Like,
It was never. Yeah, that's not okay.
so I'm not really that versed in the Resident Evil franchise from a gaming standpoint. I watched one person I like to follow on YouTube entire playthrough of Resident Evil Village. And that was a fun thing to watch because the story in and of itself is like, Resident Evil stories in the games are fantastic. The movies
Yeah.
have nothing to do with the games, and we're not
Absolutely
even going to
not.
discuss that today. So,
Yeah, it's trash.
what are your guys' experience at Resident Evil, Crude and Shades? And if you've played any Resident Evils before, leave some comments. Tell us in the chat what you've played, what your favorite is, what your least favorite is, or anything else you'd like to mention.
Well, Shades, what do you got? What do you got? You got some? You want me to go first? Should I take the floor?
I remember playing the first one and just being stuck in that damn house, trying to figure it out and all the stupid puzzles. And
Did you do director's cut like Resident
Yeah.
Evil or
Yeah.
Evil's director's cut? Yeah, I think everybody who had a PlayStation started out in director's cut.
yeah, I think that was the one that had in the very back of the booklet had the movie stuff in it too, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, because it was like a 2-disc or 3-disc game.
Yeah.
Very big, drawn out game. That was probably one of the longevity ones I think that you could play.
Yeah.
That it was good. It was
The
probably pretty close to being one of the best.
mechanics
far.
were stupid, but
Dude, like even talking about Resident Evil and you talk about the mechanics, like the best part of it is the jump scares because the way
Yeah.
the camera view would go. So that's what made that game when I was
Yeah.
younger, like
being forced to
wanted
look
me-
at it from
I
this
wanted
angle.
more. Because you like there's times where I went and didn't even progress in the game because I was like, I don't want to go around that corner. Like I saw like
Yeah.
a spider or something move, and you're like, nope,
Yep.
not going that way. Like just fucking
Find
run
another way
around
around.
for like, no, surely that's not the way we're supposed to go. Yeah. So, because that's the
think-
bone I have to pick. I don't want to get like real, because dude, I could do this for hours. But when they did the Resident Evil 2 remake, they took out that camera view and made it third person. And for me, that ruined it for me. Because I was kind of looking for that old style,
Yeah.
just better graphics. And when I started shooting in third person, it wasn't near as scary. It wasn't, and I'm older
Yeah.
now too.
You see a lot of it
but,
coming before it gets there. So
Yeah.
for that jump scare.
Yeah. So it just, but yeah, the mechanics, dude. Turning around and running away from something in
Yeah.
Resident Evil Director's Cut was impossible.
Yeah.
Like when
man.
a liquor came or anything bad
Like,
happened,
hold
you
on,
were
hold on.
yeah. You're like, wait. The best part was like when you knew that something was there, you didn't know whether it was there or not. You'd hold the R1 and it would turn and lock onto the thing, and you're like, shit, because there's something there, but you can't see it. Like, and you don't want to waste your ammo because you barely
Yeah.
have any.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good times.
So, did either of you play Resident Evil 4 then, the game that they're remaking?
Absolutely.
I don't think I did.
You have any thoughts on
I
that
did.
game? What was it about? Do you remember?
Yeah, kind of vaguely. I mean, because for me, it's when Resident Evil took a turn that I didn't enjoy, and they went from zombies and stuff like that to a cultist thing, and it was like parasitic, like parasites that took over hosts and stuff like that. And I basically, when they got away from zombies and you know, raccoon city stuff, and why am I fucking having a fit on what the big thing is called anyway? When they got away from that, I was kind of like, the only reason that I did enjoy 4 is because I might have a small heart on for Leon. So, which is who you play as.
So
Probably
you've been
one of the
just
best.
upset with the movie's portrayal of Leon.
Oh God, dude, don't even get me started. I don't even.
So we won't get you started. We'll move on.
Yeah, thank you.
More PSVR 2 games coming out, like Walking Dead, No Man's Sky.
I think No Man's Sky would be pretty crazy in VR.
That would be awesome in VR.
Oh my God,
I know
bro,
you can
that'd
already
be...
do it on PC.
Woo!
It
Yeah.
would be wild to see.
So, Jerry's Oculus, can you hook that up to a computer?
Yeah, I can hook it up to my computer right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know why you couldn't, but
Yeah.
Because I would be doing it if I had more room.
Yeah, big guy,
Like-
little house.
oh
not a
no,
lot
it's
of room.
perfect. Like you know, you put the boundaries right next to the wall, so you punch the wall. It's no big deal.
You know, we've got
Yeah,
the
no.
perfect room for VR here.
I shattered my light in my living room. I was playing one of the sports games or something, and I fucking went to swing over my head, and I shattered the light with my hand, bled everywhere. Oh, dude, it was awful. So yeah, my house ain't made for this.
So there's also a Horizon game coming to VR, which could be interesting. And then we've got Horizon Forbidden West, which we touched on earlier. It's just a major update that they're dropping. And then we've got Spider-Man Remastered for PC. So I was gonna touch on this one. Have either one of you played the Spider-Man game on PlayStation?
I haven't
No.
played Spider-Man in a minute.
What was the last Spider-Man game you guys played? You remember?
Super Nintendo.
Damn.
I don't think it's been that long for me. Like
Well,
it was
I messed
decent
around on the
graphics, I
PlayStation
think.
1.
I just don't remember within the last like 8 years probably.
So it's one of those games where, again, I played about 80% of it and then never finished it.
Sounds like you never finish. Sorry. All right. Sorry.
I mean,
Continue.
first every time. Ah.
That's right. You're not first, you're last.
So anyway, it was a really fun game. I've never played the Miles Morales one, but I'm really glad this is coming to PC remastered so that I can give it a go again. Like, it would be a fun one to stream. It's just like the combos and shit you learn get so advanced after a while. And like stuff like this, like there's like the side missions that are like time trials or like shit that I hate doing. And I'm such a completionist. Like, I have to have it done before I finish the game. So I never finish the game. So
I could see
Yeah.
Spider-Man being really fun in that aspect of doing that, though. Like, I hate time
Oh.
things, but I mean, basically, when you do swinging and
Oh, it's
push
so
button
fun to just swing.
animations for videos, and Spider-Man can be one of those where I really enjoy that.
it's you would
aspect,
enjoy
because-
it. It's fun.
Yeah, I expect those things in Spider-Man. You
Like-
know what I mean? Where like in something like Resident Evil, when you give me a time, I'm like, fuck off.
Like- You can collect, like, there's stuff to collect all around the city, and then there's stuff that you can take pictures of as a collectible, and like there's all sorts of cool stuff and DLCs. And
I'm waiting for the Spider-Man that's open world, like GTA style,
I mean,
where
it
basically,
is
yeah, but I mean, basically, like the main bosses just show up and start wreaking havoc on part of the city, and you have to show up. You don't know which one it is. You don't
I mean,
know what it is.
so it's not main bosses, but they do have like incidents that happen from different types of bad guys all over the city that just occur randomly.
Yeah, that's cool.
And like you'll be swinging by somewhere and then you'll hear
No.
someone robbing somebody or jacking a car off,
Oh no, my purse.
And it's fun. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. If you haven't played it, I would highly recommend playing it. This is that Stray game where you play as a freaking cat.
Put that next to Ghost Simulator and get it the fuck out of here.
They're out of here.
Hey, I was curious. Not really.
Yeah, I was curious. How many different ways can I kill that cat?
Well, 9 tries.
Yeah.
So,
dude, if they didn't incorporate 9 lives into that game, they failed.
You got
Yeah.
9 lives
They
until
failed.
the game is done, and you got to start
Yeah.
over.
Your disc just burns up. You have 5 seconds till this game detonates. Mish. Whatever the fucking Mission Impossible theme song is. Like, I'm about to fuck that up.
There we go. A video. It's like Speed, but a video game that if you stop playing, your console explodes and you
Oh
die
my gosh, bro.
until you beat
Can you
the
imagine
game.
if that was a real game?
That'd be a crazy movie.
Like, you have so many things in fail, or otherwise your thing blew up. Like, first of all, how many people would do? You'd have streamers who did it because they just keep buying Xboxes and keep trying or doing whatever.
I think we've got an idea
like-
here, guys.
Yeah, first of all, Xbox would make a shit ton of money off that. Exploding Xboxes, people are gonna go buy another one.
Yeah, no
I
shit.
mean, remember the Red Ring of Death?
Oh, well,
Taken to the
I mean,
extreme. We're gonna
Man.
call the movie Red Ring.
oh my. My mind might have went 50 million other places, but that's just me. You got to put of death at the end of that.
No, just Red Ring.
Ring,
But-
wing, wing, wing.
We can have it sponsored by Ring too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
Elden Red Ring.
but so the next game we got is the Callisto Protocol, which I'm still completely like enamored with. Like they say, look, it's Dead Space 4. Just don't tell EA. So apparently it has PUBG. That I think they misspelled it. Cinematic universe ties, or I don't know unless PUBG is a thing. Mutating body horror, humans that were once monsters, babbling space crazies, promising rebirth, and the main character even has a health bar on his back. So
On his back.
yeah. Well, I guess this is
Alright.
actually from the original creators of Dead Space.
I was just gonna say, I bet it's just like Dead Spaces then.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Let's watch a little clippy. Let's just clippy.
yeah, this looks. We're landing. Crafton.
Did that say RIP on his back?
No,
Or
BIP.
VIP. Okay.
The prison. Some
Yeah,
sort
yeah.
of prison.
BIP prison.
Sweat. Look at the sweat mechanics in this game.
It's been a long time since I felt the touch of a woman. That's what he's thinking right now.
Now I got monsters trying to touch me. So we see the scene where this dude just like boom, boom. Like that's wild. He just jeez. I can't
It looks
tell if that's like
AI-ish.
an alien or like a robot.
It looks AI-ish to me.
like
that
a
guy
security protocol droid that's went
Yeah.
rogue. There's the
did. Or
health
maybe
bar
it's well.
on the back of his
Ooh,
neck
okay.
right there.
Okay.
That's kind of cool. Blood. Darkness. Look at these creatures, man. This looks wild. I'm in. Sign me up.
See, that's what happens to what's his face when he grows up. My precious. That's what
Right?
happens when he doesn't get his ring. He turns to
Jump
drugs.
scares. Like, it looks wild. What do you
That's
guys think?
That's definitely Dead Space 5. I'm in.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Sign us up. We are in on the
Oh.
Callisto Protocol.
Yeah.
Except for it's going to be PS only. So that's not cool. Maybe
Well,
it'll drop
never
on
mind.
PC later.
Never mind. Thanks for
I mean,
the
I got a
suggestion, though.
PS4, but anyway, moving on. Rollerdrome, don't know what it is. Don't really care. Eternites. What?
Yeah. Nothing. I looked at like a clip of it for like a second. It was like rollerball is what it looked like. You could like skate up on the walls and do all that stuff. Basically, I think it's like a game, kind of like that. Anyway.
Then we got Street Fighter 6.
Oh, you can. Is that Street Fighter? I
Mhm.
don't remember.
Hadouken. So, have you guys ever played a lot of Street Fighter?
Oh yeah.
Who is your character or characters? Who did you play with a
That's
lot?
my boy. That's my boy right there.
All right. Oh, right there.
Hey.
Isn't that like?
Yeah.
Isn't that Luigi?
Okay.
You want to hear a name that I figured out?
What?
Blanca.
Blanca. That's what it is.
Blanca. Atta boy.
As I'm watching this video, it just boom right to my face.
Ryu.
Yeah, it was Ryu and Ken.
Yep.
Those are my two.
And
Those
Barbie.
are my boys.
I liked Blanca
Yeah.
and the sumo dude.
Oh, everybody used the sumo dude.
Kick the fuck out of you. No, you did the hands. Yeah, she kicked you.
Guile was my dude, but he was really hard to fight with.
Yeah.
So, but I liked his character, but he was just super hard to fight with.
It looks visually very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like it'd be a fun game to play. I don't have a lot of experience with Street Fighter. I always played Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
And then there's Tekken and there's Soul Calibur. And I had the Soul Calibur that had Darth Vader and Yoda. Because of course.
This looks like a anime feel
Yeah.
to it.
That
Kinda.
screenshot, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, just
kinda.
the game in itself, like
It really depends on like the screenshot we're at. Like there's stuff like this that looks super like 3D rendered. And then there's
yeah,
stuff
because
that
it goes from like the game to the video, game
The
to video, game to
cinematics.
video.
But
Like
then you
yeah,
got
it
stuff
goes
like
like
this. It's like gameplay, online multiplayer, and it looks like 3D rendered and stuff. So I don't know. Looks like it'll be interesting. Might have to give it a go. Who knows? Tunic. Don't know what it is. Dark
if they
Souls
did a
meets
create your
Zelda.
fighter story mode in that game, it'd take over.
I mean, kind of looks like your online multiplayer is create a character.
Might be.
Like
I'll have to do some research into that because that's the case.
Crude's
I go
on
check
board.
that out.
So then we've got Final Fantasy 16. Did either one of you play a lot of Final Fantasy?
Final Fantasy VII is actually my favorite game in the world
Oh yeah.
ever.
I've never played a single Final Fantasy game.
I played one. It was
single
like
player game.
it was like
It's my favorite.
6, maybe. I don't know. It was early.
I mean, it looks
7 or
crazy.
8 was one of the ones that most people played ever,
Yeah.
basically. But yeah, it's 4 discs long, Final Fantasy 7, and I bought it from a pawn shop for like $10.
Yes, that is the one I played. I remember now.
And basically, if I would have kept it, or if I would have bought it new and never opened it, I'd have lots of money. But that's
Yeah.
true for a lot of things, I guess. I wish I would have done Beanie Babies, but whatever.
Oh, my mom did Beanie Babies, and they're not like worth shit. So I got the
You got to
Princess
get rid of it at
Nightmare.
the right time, brother.
Right. You got to get in and get out. But
Well,
Yeah,
basically,
I
there was
mean-
like 3 that were worth money. Anyway,
Final Fantasy looks always is visually stunning. I've just never given it a go.
the stories are great. I mean, it's another one of those that amazing. And when it came to Final Fantasy VII, they remastered it, and a lot of people were pissed, and a lot of people said it was cool looking, but basically about the game was pissed. Once again, they just changed everything, and that's not what people want. I
Right.
don't know when a game creator is going to get this. We don't want big changes.
Right. If we
We just want
a
the game to look stunning.
right, we just want the graphics and maybe some of the gameplay overhaul to be more modern, and
Right.
that's it.
That's all we
Don't
want.
Fuck with the story.
Don't fuck with the story. Say it again.
Don't
Don't
fuck
with
with
the
the
story.
story.
Jace.
So, speaking of fucking with the story,
Big fuckery going on
It
here.
is The Last of Us. We
Oh
covered Street
man.
Fighter 6 and Callisto. Before we get there, though, we got Aliens Dark Descent. And I still want to play the Alien Fireteam Elite game on stream. But, like, these games always fascinate me because if you build this game right, like, some sort of survival horror-esque type of game, like, you could have so much fun with this. But I have no idea what this is even about.
Yeah, this is in the video, he screws his team over basically, and then I think he's sitting there by himself now, being surrounded by aliens, saying, or no, it's a different guy that's being surrounded by aliens, saying that everyone should know the story of what happened there. And then that's basically it. So I don't know if you're going to play as a team who goes in there after that or what's going on, but they left it very vague, which I love. They showed you enough to intrigue you.
Okay, so here's what it's about.
Yeah.
It's a squad-based single-player action game that will tax you with leading a group of soldiers in real time through a terrifying xenomorph outbreak on Moon Leaf. We'll need to lead strategically and act aggressively to survive Aliens Dark Descent when it launches on PC and console in 2023. So that could be cool.
Yeah.
That could be fun.
So it won't be
especially if it's
turn-based.
squad-based.
But it will be very probably what, Warhammer, that kind of style where you're moving squads around.
I really don't know, man.
That's what it looks like. Whenever you look at the video, there's like over the top view of your squad.
It could be interesting. We'll have to check it out. You know what I've always wanted is a dope ass Predator game where you create your Predator in a character creator, and there's all sorts of different armors and weapons and ships that you can upgrade and unlock, and you can hunt different trophies and have different bounties and like prove yourself as a Predator alien. I don't remember what they're called, the Ouches or whatever they're called. Like,
yeah,
you know, like I think it'd be so fucking cool, and it would be
That'd be the
so hard
craziest
to fuck up.
multiplayer game ever. I mean, basically you have things like what's the one where you can play as the killer or the survivors?
Dead by Daylight?
Yes, thank you. So
Asymmetric?
you got games like that. So
Well,
basically you got one person playing as their created Predator.
There is a Predator asymmetric game, and it was awful and failed miserably.
Yeah, but I mean that's just because of basically who made it
But
or
I
what
think if
happened
you're-
in the game.
So I think if you like have a dope ass single player experience with stuff you can
Mhm.
unlock and wear in multiplayer, and then you have a multiplayer aspect where you're playing against other Predators, and like you can show off your trophies and shit to these other
Right.
people, you know, I think that'd be so cool. They could monetize it, and they could, like, I have yet to find a game that is balanced correctly in that aspect.
Right.
But we've got Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, and I'm not a big COD guy. You guys can talk about your COD experiences, and I know that Crude had quite a bit to discuss in this game.
Yes and no, because I was looking and trying to kind of figure out, because a lot of the stuff I was reading, it's basically when you go and read the next article by somebody else, it's like the first person didn't know what he was talking about, or the second person doesn't know what they're talking about, and the first person was right. But either way, what I gather from it, what I need to know is it a remake or remaster? Because those are two different things, like we were discussing. So basically what I got from it is not a remake. It's not Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 remake. It is a what is that, remaster? Or am I getting that backwards? Remaster. So it is basically getting the facelift and everything else, but it is a new game in itself. It's based off of the Modern Warfare 1 remaster that was released in 2019, and it continues on. So visually, it looks pretty damn good. So the gunfire sounded very good in the clips. It sounds great. Everything. So because Modern Warfare 2, dude, that was, if you played Modern Warfare, that was the one, man, that just set everybody on ablaze. And basically, if you can even touch that greatness again, Modern Warfare 2 or Modern Warfare will completely redeem themselves. But I feel like if they don't, then I'm done with it. I'll wash my hands of Call of Duty completely. I basically already have.
You've heard it here first, folks.
Yeah, it's done. One of the other things was Warzone's supposed to get a facelift this year, so that's a new thing. It's supposed to be releasing towards the end of the year. And yeah, but it's the campaign that is being released. The multiplayer, I believe, will come later. So
Gotcha.
I'm kind of looking into it. If the campaign is anything like Modern Warfare 2 style, because like I said, I didn't play Modern Warfare Remastered because I basically was done with COD. But this one is kind of, I just hope they're not playing off the Modern Warfare 2 name and they make a trash game. That's, playing with my heartstrings there. Once again, you don't use the Modern Warfare 2 name. You don't try to, get people in because it was so amazing, and then you make a trash game that has nothing to do with it, none of the characters or any of that kind of stuff. You should have just called it Call of Duty 87 and just left it alone, So anyway, that's my rant on that. And hopefully it's good.
You have anything to add, Shades?
I like the story mode, but I don't play online. Fuck all that noise.
Yeah.
I don't spend that much time to be wasting my time for some little kid to just stomp me.
Yeah. Well, basically now you can pay for hacks. So it's, if some little kid wants, some mom's tired of his kid going, God damn it, give me cheating, send your bitches. Gives him $10 and now he can shoot everybody in the head without missing.
Yeah.
It just ruins games, man.
All right. Well, the Witchfire kind of looked interesting, but I don't know.
That game I think it's that one. Go back up.
Goat Simulator 3?
No, that one right there. Fall Guys. That's the one I said we need to play on stream. Absolutely.
Oh yeah?
It could be one stream, but this needs to happen. We need to play this. Or we need to play the other one that's on Game Pass. The one where you battle each other. I mean, that's basically what this one's like. You run the obstacle course. You try to get to the first one to be out of the star. I think it's out of 99 people. I don't know. But you're running around, knocking each other off or teaming up to try to get through the whole course. It's fucking hilarious. It was a huge thing for a little while among streamers. And us being on there doing that is, oh, man.
Well, they will have to give it a look. Might have to give it a look. Then we've got Crude's favorite game, Goat Simulator 3.
Oh my God. I'm muting. I'll talk to you guys later.
So then we've got Marvel's Midnight Suns. Now this game, I'm kind of conflicted because it looks really cool, but they make you play as a character instead of being able to play as anyone on the squad, which kind of bugs me. But I mean, that means the whole story is going to revolve around that person leading the team.
Right.
I don't know any lore behind the person leading him, and if they created him for this run in this game, or if they're a long-standing character. But I mean, it looks cool, and there's a lot of cool characters that make up this group. I'm pretty interested. I'm hoping it's good because I would like to play a really good superhero game again. We got
he's falling off a little bit.
I'm pretty sure that's Miles Morales right there, and not Peter Parker. It's Peter Darker. So, but these generic demon ass looking people could be cool. They look like they're straight out of what's that? Dragon Age. They look straight out of Dragon Age, dude. It looks like they just ripped character models from Dragon Age.
They're straight up just went, they're probably the ones who destroyed Superman's planet.
But
And
like, this is Hulk, and there was Venom, and they're all like these demon people, and that looks interesting. And like the main cast of characters here, you know, Ghost Rider, Scarlet Witch, fucking my boy Blade is getting love in this game. This is the main character here that I don't know anything about. Iron Man, Miles Morales, I'm assuming, and Wolverine. And look at their costumes.
So,
Like those costumes look beast.
who's the flamer?
That is Ghost Rider.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's different
he's got the whip
iterations
chains,
of Ghost
dude.
Rider. I think he's the one that like drives a car or something like that. But
Yeah, so
like,
the one you saw in the video.
there's all these little runes and stuff. So like I think this could slap if they do it right, because the Marvel Avengers game that Square Enix made is dog water.
If you give Wolverine jacked abilities and you basically let him beat people to a pulp, your game's gonna be okay.
They just give me Ultimate Alliance 3. That's all I want. Or
You
like,
give me,
well,
you give
one
me
that's
some
on
violence. All right, give me some freaking violence.
Give me a more
Sadly
mature
enough,
Ultimate Alliance game where I
it doesn't have to be
create,
horrible.
You know,
it just enough. You know, tip, get on there a little bit.
But since it's modern Marvel, I'm expecting to be let down. So if I'm not let down, then I can be happy. So it's a tactical RPG. It shows off Spider-Man.
Okay.
So it must be a regular ass Spider-Man in motion as the villain Lilith, as if that's not the most generic demon female name ever made. The so-called mother of demons.
Lilith.
I don't know. It looks interesting though. So we'll see what happens.
No original ideas anywhere to be found.
Warframe, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Humankind. There we go. Saints Row.
Oh, baby.
Saints Row. I know Crude wanted to talk about Saints Row. You want to take the floor?
Isn't this one like you're the boss?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's our thumbnail right there.
Yeah. So let me see here. Yeah, I forgot to write down like what are they calling it? Yeah, but Boss Factory is out right now, which is the character creation. You can download that now, anytime. What they're doing is you can create your character before the game comes out. Basically put it up, people can vote on it and do everything else, and then you can immediately integrate your character straight into the game when the game comes out on August 23rd. So with that being said, sweet. And the kind of just thing is welcome to I'm gonna slaughter this, but Santo Liso. Oh my god. Anyway, it says biggest and best Saints Row playground ever. So hopefully it's bigger, which would be nice. Lawless factions are at war, and you and your friends embark on your own criminal venture to try to become self-made, which is most of the Saints Rows, kind of. I think in the first one you take over a gang and becomes, Saints Row gang.
Yeah.
And you just kind of make a name for yourself that way, and then of course you become the president in like the third or fourth one. You're the president of the United States. Yeah. 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 Dude, it's crazy because it sticks with me. That's the one that has the cutscene at the beginning where he jumps through the plane or whatever. It's like crashing and he like dives through the whole plane.
Yeah,
and
dude,
like
it's so much fucking fun.
Saints Row is just out there, man. They take that open world GTA feel and they just take it as far as they can go, basically.
Right,
Can't
over
remember the
the
name of the
top.
character of, not your guy, obviously. You make your own name there, but the character that was insane. They always have that one crazy ass dude who basically
Johnny
is
Gat?
like, yes, thank you. You can do it. You know, he's like, oh, well, we can stealth play this and everything else. And basically he drives by in a car and he's like, fucking go time, Leroy Jenkins, and like blows shit up. And yeah, dude, Saints Row is insane. I'm excited
It's go time.
It's been a while since any Saints Row games have even. I thought it was done. I thought it was dead, to be honest.
I have no
So
idea
this
when
is
the
kinda-
last Saints Row game was.
This is kind of cool. I wasn't a huge fan of the last one, Aliens,
Ooh,
and so we got a
5-minute
little
show.
out there,
I'm down.
but it was fun.
New
So you
thumbnail.
bring me back to the gang style or the factions, you know, and leave out the aliens. I'll be happy.
And I kind of enjoyed the aliens. I like punching
Yeah, you
things
would. You
that are
would.
aliens.
Nude aliens?
In Saints, like, you give me an alien game, then cool, but you don't give me Saints Row Gangland and put aliens in it. Like,
I prefer shooting aliens versus other people. It's just my personal preference. A common enemy.
hey man, sometimes you just gotta bust a gat. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes. When you're from Shenandoah, it's a
But-
hard knock life.
Yeah, like I haven't walked the streets of Bankhead before. But Saints Row, yeah, it looks fun. I'm pretty interested in this game. Like, it could be fun. We'll see how they handle it, you know?
Yeah.
I'm definitely downloading Boss Factory to create my character. That's happening. So
Yeah. Yeah, everybody start creating your character now. If you're a Saints Row fan, you think you're gonna play it, get on there. It's free. Download, and then you, as soon as the game comes out, integrate it directly.
All right, so there's two more games in this one I want to talk about, and then we'll move over to the last group of games. So I want to touch on Gotham Knights because I don't have very high hopes of it, but I like stuff in the Batman universe. Like, I want to be Red Hood. Like, Red Hood is that dude. I love Red Hood as a character, and I mean, not you, no, the game.
What was her name?
She was a Red Hood.
I don't know.
Sunday?
Bluer Marty.
Is that the Red Hood? The Red Hood you're talking about that you want so bad?
Fridge.
Interesting.
I mean, have you played any of the Arkham games? Like Arkham Knight
No,
or
but they did look
Asylum
good.
or
I think I
What?
played
They
Asylum.
did look really good.
like the Batman games were some of the best superhero games ever made. And Arkham Knight was the last game I probably 100%ed the game. And let me tell you, getting all those Riddler trophies was a fucking pain in the ass. But
The Riddler.
you know, it's a very fun game. So, but this is more of a different style of game.
They added a little bit of brutal kindness to the Batman Gotham style stuff. Not enough to like make it like bloody, you know, horrible, but they did it just enough to make it enjoyable to me. So if they
Yeah,
do that
they-
in this game,
They did
then
some.
they'll be fine.
I think this is like a multiplayer where you choose a different night and you play against other teams of people. I'm not entirely sure though.
Yeah, that would be cool though.
No, Batman is dead. A new expansive criminal underworld has swept the streets of Gotham. It's now up to the Batman family, Batgirl, Nightwing, Red Hood, and Robin to protect Gotham and bring hope to its citizens.
They killed
Discipline to
Batman?
its cops and fear to its criminals. Apparently he's dead in this game.
That's messed up.
So apparently it's an open world action RPG. So where you play as the Bat family after Batman's dead. And
Dang.
I mean, to be honest, if you're going to make a game with these characters in the Batman universe, if Batman's alive, it kind of renders them all kind of pointless. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it kind of
Yeah.
makes sense that they like Batman's dead.
True.
What would happen if Batman was dead and these four were left to take over? And
Right. I mean, you always wonder what would happen
I'm gonna
if
main the
Superman
shit.
died or Batman died,
Right.
what would happen? You know,
I'm gonna
to
main
these-
the shit out of Red Hood. I think he's the most realistic of superhero characters,
Welcome to
anti-hero
my
characters.
hood.
But so the last one we'll touch on here is the Last of Us stuff. There's a multiplayer, and yeah, that's it. It's just the Last of Us multiplayer, PS5.
Yes.
So you want to talk about some Last of Us, Crude?
Yeah. So The Last of Us for me, the first one, we were talking about the first one, not the second one. I don't even want to talk about the second one because it shouldn't have came out. But the first one was fucking amazing. There's nothing else to say about it. It was amazing. So basically, second one flop, right? The
Depending
multiplayer
on
though,
who you talk to.
I don't care who you talk to. If it's the opposite of what I just said, they basically don't need to talk. I'm that dramatic about it. No, I'm not really. In fact, you know what? I didn't play enough of it to really give my opinion. But basically what I did play of it, I was like, why do you make such a drastic change as a game creator? Why do you change something so drastically? Just push the story. You know what I mean? Until it's dead, and then do something drastic. Like, I don't know. Anyway, the multiplayer got so big that they decided to separate it as a whole and release it as a whole game. So that's what the multiplayer is. It's going to be a whole game in itself.
Based in that universe.
Yes, it's kind of weird because they didn't really release a lot of info on it. You got that picture right there, which says people think that that's San Francisco. So they think it takes place in San Francisco. And then it says new cast of characters. So you do have a new cast of characters. Last of Us multiplayer, it says, and then I can't tell if they're talking about The Last of Us Part 1, which is Naughty Dog's. Once again, could have been the first game. Not really sure what's going on with that whole thing. They kept it very vague. But it says September 2nd. So I believe that's when that comes out. I think that's the actual game, not the multiplayer. Not really sure what's going on there. They were very kind of hush hush. But it says they have a very unique way of delivering its story. So, I mean, that's a bold statement considering how many games are out and everything else. But it was a very different first game, too. I mean, The Last of Us was a game in itself. So there wasn't a whole lot out like that.
I played the first one a little bit, but I know our boy Sean James had a song used in the second game, which is probably the best part about that whole game, which is why I can't say it's a complete and utter like crash heap, because they used his song in the game, which is amazing.
Right.
But now knowing more about this multiplayer with new characters and a new concept, like that interests me. So
yeah.
Well,
yeah, because I wish I knew more. I didn't play the multiplayer. I haven't even dabbled in the multiplayer because I didn't, once I got off my PlayStation, went to Xbox, and then went to PC, I basically put it down, after playing the 30 seconds of the second one. So I'm anxious. I'm anxious to kind of see what that's about.
All right. Well, we're ready to move into the final coverage of the evening.
Let's do it.
Let's do this. So, as most of you know, we're primarily Xbox PC players over here, but I do have a PS4. But PC Master Race, we had the Xbox Bethesda showcase, and that was the one I was probably the most excited about, because I'm a big Bethesda fan. Well, I have a love-hate relationship with Bethesda. We'll put it that way. So I paid the most attention to this showcase out of all of them. Now, Redfall, I mean, it looks interesting. I'm not going to touch on it too much. It's a vampire game where you, I think, have like a squad of characters you can play as. It might be co-op, and you're on I don't know if it's this island or some small area, and you're trying to figure out what's going on. take out all the vampires. It looks interesting. It's just going to be about the execution for me because I'm like, I love vampire stuff. So yeah,
It looks kind of visually pleasing.
It's an open world co-op FPS with a human vampire
that's-
showdown. So it could, like, depending on how it's executed, I guess, is going to be if it's worth playing or not.
Well,
But it looks
in that little clip,
interesting.
dude, it looks like the disintegration of vampires and the explosion that he just did on that. I mean, that's looks like pretty good mechanics. I mean, it's a lot of hip firing, but that might not be a bad thing.
Yeah, like
you know
all
what
the
this
characters have their
gives me the
own-
feel?
Hmm.
Is like a first person the Rising Dead or Dead Rising. What is that game?
Dead Rising?
Yeah, Dead Rising.
Yeah.
Zombie?
See how he's using like different ways to hunt and like they're like that's what it gives me that feel, dude. Like
yeah, there's
that
different characters with different
craziness.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what else I forgot?
Hmm.
The answer to the question before the break.
Well, you're gonna have to wait till the end of the stream for that.
I'm gonna forget again.
Aw.
Okay.
Whisper in my ear.
So the next game we're gonna cover is one of the games I actually was the most interested in leaving June. Is High on Life, because it's a single player first person
Rick-
shooter.
Rick and Mitty.
Yeah, by Justin
Yeah, Rick and
Roiland,
Mitty.
who voices Morty and
Mitty.
Rick and Morty, and you know, well, he voices a lot of characters, and it just looks interesting because he voices a bunch of the characters, like all the
Sold.
guns are
Go back.
like alive, like the hyper bomb.
Yeah, sold.
The intense high of humanity can now be felt by everyone. I didn't even
I have
catch that. the
so
first
many
time.
questions.
So many questions.
Is it like a Is that an alien? Like yellow
know.
hands, yellow head?
That is a human being
Selling
farting
humans
in
is
there and it
drugs.
going into
You're
the
the only
alien's
one that can
head
stop
tube.
them. Realize
being
we're gonna have to take
sold.
out the entire alien drug cartel.
You're being used as a drug. Humans are used as a drug in
You're
this
just gonna
universe.
leave me
Got it.
here in what, space?
So they're sucking our
Everybody lives in
essence.
space,
Got it.
including you. All right, you're a bounty hunter now.
Your farts.
So yeah, you've
It's a new nickname. My essence.
look at all these guns. And they probably all say crazy shit to you,
That looks like the Needler from Halo.
right? I want to play this game on stream so fucking bad. Like
That bottom right one looks like a battle toad.
it does. It looks like Crude.
Yeah. Oh. Let me do. Yeah, it kind of does.
do that again. Oh, but it looks so much fun. It looks like a lot of fun. Like there's gonna be fun characters and dialogue, and it's gonna be an interesting story. I'm just
I wonder
like,
what kind of limits they'll push. You know, with the whole Rick and Morty, I mean, they push limits all the time.
right?
So I wonder what kind of limits they're going to push in the game. Or did it say a rating?
Probably mature.
It's probably gonna be. Look at these like Care Bear looking motherfuckers. They don't look very happy.
Now that's me right there. That was my face.
They need their fix. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah. He said. Oh.
We get to do
There's-
trailer reactions. Oh
There's
my
gonna
goodness.
be some. There's gonna be some stuff in there that just makes you fucking go crazy, dude.
It's mature.
Oh yeah, it's
Oh,
gonna
there
be
you go. Yep,
fun.
that's worth the play.
I am getting this game. It's fucking happening, and it comes out day one on Game Pass
Nice.
in
Yes.
October.
Okay.
See, that's what Game Pass.
I know what I'm playing.
Game Pass, baby. Game Pass. Get it. Xbox. Let's go.
Right?
I've seen Flight Simulator.
I knew this was coming. So, Shades, you wanna talk about Flight Simulator 40th anniversary?
It is insane. You legit have to fly a damn plane. Like, in the instructions, maybe I'm not doing them quick enough, I suppose, but like I'm looking down, messing with the controls. I look up, I'm in the middle of a field. I haven't even taken off.
The brake pedals on the right. Why is it on the right? Like,
yeah, like as far as graphics and all that stuff, like the details on stuff, it's pretty sweet. It would have been cool to see, you know, like the twin towers before they collapsed, but like, you know, this is like right now stuff. So like you can go fly around the Statue of Liberty, and like I didn't even think about going to fly over like football stadiums.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go check out, you know, Kansas City and Denver Stadium, maybe.
And dude, they push these games to create, like, people have cockpits really built with switches, everything works. And they actually have like people, well, someone I know that get paid to do this because they don't have enough of it to fit in their game, but they do like the air traffic controlling from the airports and stuff as they like take off and don't like, dude, there is like a complete life flight simulator game. Like it's crazy in depth. Let's just put it that way.
Yep.
I mean, you're basically flying a plane. If you have the thing, it's crazy.
Yep.
Very enjoyable.
Hail sign 69er.
69er, am I clear for takeoff? No, you are not. Well, I'm going anyway, sir.
Yep,
you know
I'm
what
out
they're
there.
adding? You know what they're adding to this game?
Spaceship.
The ships from Halo.
Oh
yeah.
my
God.
You were talking about that.
So you can
No
fly
longer flight
around
simulator.
as the
I mean,
as
it
the
still
Halo
is.
ships. Like that's the Pelican right there.
But
That's badass.
with those, it's more of like Independence Day kind of stuff. Like it's not real regular planes and stuff. Huh.
Yeah, so that's cool. Overwatch, I bought it, played it once, was like, nope, not for me.
No.
Fallout 76. Yeah. Now this actually we got a couple games left, but I just wanted to mention that Forza 5 Hot Wheels DLC looks like so much fun. Like there's a Hot Wheel games out that I think is a lot of fun I've seen, but like this takes it to another level.
Yeah, did they release that kind of stuff for free? Because in my experience, they do not. But if you
My
race
guess
on
is no
tracks and
because
stuff
of the
like
Hot
that,
Wheels licensing.
'cause-
But look at how fun
right.
that looks. Look at how fun that looks. Like I
right,
want to
and
buy
Forza is a
just to play
stunning
this.
game. Forza is a stunning game.
My
And the,
graphics card ain't handling this game.
And
Let's
the
be honest.
amount of fabrication or like customization and paint jobs you can do is insane. I have actually sold paint jobs that I've created for money in Forza. So
Like
yeah.
I want to play this just for this Hot Wheels DLC.
Yeah.
Like it looks like fun. Then we've got Ark 2. We talked about
Oh my
Ark.
gosh.
You know we played Ark on this channel. You know we think Ark is awesome. And you know what else we like?
Dodos.
Family. We like family.
Oh god damn it.
Because this dude's got over 1,000 hours in Ark and was like, I want
Oh,
to be
yeah.
a producer on this game.
And they're like, why not? We'll put you in the game. You are the game.
Yeah.
And we're going to give you guys a really nice story this time. It's like Fast and the
family.
Furious goes back prehistoric.
You get like NPCs and stuff in this one, right?
I
Like,
think
look at that
so.
shot.
I
Look at
mean,
that shot
I
right
think it's
there.
very story driven. So, you know, they were kind of pushing that with Genesis 1 and 2 and Ark to begin with. Now I think they're gonna push it into that. So I'll be interested to see how much building and Ark Dino stuff you do versus story, you know.
Probably going to be a lot. To be
Yeah,
honest.
is it going to be Horizon Dawn with real dinosaurs, not mechanical? You know what I mean? Like, what's going to happen? I don't know. But
If they add a dope story to the existing style of Ark game and then upgrade everything, like I think it's going to be
Yeah.
wild. Like,
Well, because to put a story in and still keep it open world and everything else is going to be, because I mean, like, we all know Ark is not the best. The maps are really cool and everything else, but the way your guy moves is, I mean, stabbing someone with the pike, you're like, ooh, like that's not going to make for a very good game if you're trying to story driven it versus
I'm
fighting a
real
dinosaur.
it'll be interesting to
So-
see how they do this.
For me, I think it's going to be freaking Turok, bro. I think that's what it's going to be like. I think that's exactly what it'll be. And you know what? There's already probably something out that tells me different, that I haven't read up on, because basically this game, I'm reading and watching as little as possible.
Yep.
I want the first line experience. I do not want to know much about it, but my guess is it will be Turok-ish, driven that way, the way they should have done it, but probably do it a little more right, I guess you could say. And family. So yeah, the clip with him in it in the start was really cool. I mean, basically they had another tribe that was like a little more weird, not as humanish. They were a little more grayed out, darkish, but I mean, they were basically different tribes. And then the Rex comes in, and all the dinos come in, and dude, it was crazy. So I'm excited.
All right, should be a lot of fun. Now, Scorn is one that really interests me. And we'll just briefly touch on it while Shades is gone, just because like there's not much. It's like an atmospheric, like first-person horror game. Like it looks absolutely wild. Like look, it's got a lot of like alien feel. Like, right? Like it's got a lot of like alien style Ridley Scott aesthetic. Like it looks like a lot of fun. It looks interesting. So we'll have
There's
to
some
check
of those
it
games
out.
that when you play it, it's like gross. It's gonna be one of those.
Yeah. I know Corey wanted to talk, or Corey. I know Shades wanted to talk about Flintlock. So we'll wait till he gets back.
You know what? Last stream, you got knocked so hard for the mistakes that you made, and you went all night without it. And then bam. Oh.
So,
is he coming back? Because we got a little texty on the old Facebooky. We got to wrap.
Yeah, so we got a couple games left here, and then we'll wrap this up.
Ooh.
But like Diablo, have you ever played Diablo?
Oh yeah.
I've only played Diablo 3, and I played the crap out of it until I was like, I'm bored grinding just to look cooler.
Right.
But like Diablo 4 is gonna drop. I might give it a go. And there's a new class that's a necromancer. And I'm all about the necromancer class. I think it's super interesting, and it looks like a lot of fun. So I may have to give that a go.
You're like the bad good character,
Right?
When you play a necromancer, you're like that. Yeah, dude, that's gonna be insane.
When I played Guild Wars for the first time, the first character I ever created was a necromancer, and I'm like, let me raise undead minions to do my bidding.
Oh, yeah.
That's so dope.
Oh yeah. And it's always the most OP class, dude. It's either that or like the what do they call them? The shamans, the shamans.
It can be one of the more difficult classes to play too. In different
absolutely.
games. So Shades is back, and he wanted to touch on. Oh my goodness! You just couldn't wait till the stream was at the peak.
Well, I gotta put her in her bed.
Just peaked just now. What are you talking about?
Look,
everything up to this point doesn't even matter.
Yeah,
it's the raking.
Okay,
Look, he get pissed.
You guys got
So
a
cute.
sneak peek because we had a studio, we had an audience member join our live venue at the moment. Ms. Brooke has shown up in person. So now no one's watching us. But yeah, so let's get this wrapped up. We're getting close here. So
Yeah.
Shades thought Flintlock Siege of Dawn looked interesting. I thought it looked pretty interesting as well. Like, what did you think about this game look like, Shades?
Which one was it? Was that Fallout? Yeah, it looks just like Fallout.
Or like a Fallout Skyrim-ish looking game.
Yeah.
Oh, if you take it at this point, that's an original idea. So I'm gonna hold back on that whole thing, but
Minecraft Legends.
ooh, Minecraft.
Ground is dropping in its entirety. So we're down to the last game. We are down to the last game of the evening to discuss.
Drum roll.
Let me double check that. Just to
Let's
make
just
sure.
make it the last one.
Let's make it. Let's do this. So, Starfield. So, probably my most a game that I've anticipated for since it was announced. Like, I love sci-fi shit. I love space exploration games. Like, Crude and I have put in like 150 hours a piece plus on No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
And
that doesn't even say anything because it was like in a week.
right.
Yeah.
Like, there's still so much we haven't done. Like, there's so much to do in that game. But Starfield looks like Bethesda was like, that's a great idea. Let's do that, but better.
But better.
And we'll see if it's better. Todd Howard's like 1,000 planets. Yeah, so
Better
we'll see.
butter.
We'll see how this goes, Todd. We know how you operate. Overpromise, underdeliver. But
whoa,
it looks fun.
How dare
it
you
looks
attack
great.
me like no, just,
Like, it looks interesting. Like, just like Crude. When I
creator
first
would come
saw
out
it,
and just go, I'm giving you the best to my capability to please you. And that's all they say. And just get the fuck out of here. You know, like
right? Like, when I first saw this trailer, I saw it before Crude did, and I was like, Crude, it's No Man's Sky, but more mature. Like, that's exactly what it feels like walking around. Like,
I bet
the
you
way
in the
your
mine
character
ground
kinda looks.
it doesn't come back.
Like, look, mining stuff. Like, look, it looks just like No Man's Sky.
Yeah, come on now.
Base building. Dude, that's going to be so much fun, though. Look at how crazy some of these, like, it just looks less cartoony, I guess, and more realistic.
I mean, he's got an actual gun. You could tell bullets come out of that. Yeah. See,
yeah. It's not
that's
a
what I want.
multi-tool. It's a actual gun.
Pew, 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 pew.
The gameplay looks a little stagnant, but, you know, this is a demo. Usually they don't have the craziest people playing these demos, you know? Like, why isn't this guy over here just lighting him up? It's got to be on journalist mode. But
yeah.
like, it looks fun. It looks like
It's
lot
on
of fun.
Starship, or what is it? It's on Star Wars mode, man, with the little Starship, the trooper guys.
But like, it's gonna have hopefully a really great character creator. It looks so the one major difference from No Man's Sky is it looks like there's not like other alien races as far as like humanoid.
Why is she so thick?
I don't know. She's super thick.
If she
Look,
ain't,
now she not.
if she ain't 280, she ain't a lady.
Oh yeah.
But like,
Swirl me that.
Deep
right.
Character creation, all sorts of different. Look at, like, there's tons of different backgrounds over here, and there's more than you can see that you can start as. Like, that's where I'm like, this looks like a lot of fun. Like, you can pick
because that means when
Beast
you
Hunter
travel to those
or
lands
Chef.
and stuff, just like you know, and that you're probably gonna meet up with those people, and maybe your people don't get along. You know what I mean? Like, those are the types of things that you love in those games.
Chef Crude dominating the galaxy one plate at a time.
Oh my gosh, bro, that's right.
Like,
I'm
that would be
already
so much
beefy.
fun. Look, like, it's gonna be wild. I think it's gonna be wild if they pull it off. It's either gonna be wild or gonna be a flop. But like, look at that. You got to put this down to build your base. It's No Man's Sky.
I think I've seen people playing this on demos and stuff, and I could be wrong.
I mean,
But
as far as I know,
basically
there's nothing out. Like, this is the very first time they've released any footage
That's what I thought.
of substance.
But then I don't know what's being played by these people, because basically this is what I'm seeing them play. Like, I'm gonna have to look into this because
could be Star Citizen.
and some, yeah, that's true. It could be.
Like,
But also streamers get access to stuff we don't too.
Right.
So I mean,
big streamers, yeah. But like,
yeah.
What's one of our biggest complaints with No Man's Sky? Customizing your ship. You can literally build ships from scratch, and they're all about mod support. So you know I'm gonna have Star Wars shit. I'm gonna be flying the Millennium fucking Falcon around in this game. Is what's gonna happen.
He's like, you can create your own ship, Millennium Falcon. That's what I want.
Yep.
Like,
But it looks like a lot of fun. It's not
probably gonna be amazing.
Yeah,
So we'll see.
Look, see, even this looks like No Man's Sky. But I'm like, how much can you actually do with some of this stuff that's going to be different? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Can you say Cyberpunk? All right. It's supposed
Right.
to be amazing. Like,
Right.
so we'll see.
So we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see what
see.
happens. But all in all, I think gaming could end up being a lot of fun this fall over the course of next year. I think we're going to have a lot of content we're going to be able to shoot and we're going to be able to make with these different games. So, yeah,
Just
so that's
remember, family. All right.
so. What do you guys think? Anything specific you're looking forward to the most?
That's a toughie.
The Dead Space game.
That
Okay.
is going to be pretty
Okay.
legit.
Yep,
I think.
I'm definitely all about that one.
Yeah, it
The
looks good.
last one we just talked about probably
Starfield?
is one of those. If it's Starfield. If it's everything that we expect or we wanted from No Man's Sky and didn't get, then it'll be one that I know I dropped my life into.
As far
but
as,
if
like-
you're talking about something that I'm excited for, basically if that game is what I want it to be, that'll be the game that I'm like, ah. But Arc 2, I can't lie, I'm gonna get it. It's gonna be there. I'm gonna play the shit out of it, and
think
that'll be it.
We'll be able to sink a ton of time into Ark and in Starfield, and then like having a lot of fun with like your first time playthrough is gonna be like high on life. And the I still
Yeah.
can't remember the name, the Dead Space, the Calypso Protocol or whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think that one will be a lot of fun for your first time playthrough. But
Right.
I don't know if I'm gonna sink a lot of games. I don't play back through after I beat them. So yeah.
Well, and we're
so-
gonna create some side footage of Shade selling his body to buy a PC.
Yep,
So
that's-
stick forward to
that's
that.
coming on our OnlyFans. But yeah,
But all right, boys.
you guys got anything else you'd like to talk about from this stream?
Nothing. We love you out there. Like, share, subscribe. Please. Thank you. And we love your support. Thank you guys very much for coming by.
So I'll just remind you guys of what's coming up now. So Tuesday night, the 28th, around 7:30, we're going to be gaming. Whether that's me and Crude on Raft or all three of us on Ninja Turtles, we will find out. And then we'll have another stream Tuesday the 5th. But it'll be like an 8:30, 8:45 type of stream because I'll have an Eagles meeting. But then the 9th, we have the next Cyber Skull show, the next Cyber Skull Lounge. And for everyone who's here or happens to watch this back, do you think we should just go ahead and drop what we're going to do?
No. I'll give them a hint.
A hint. Drop a hint.
Yeah. Yum, 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 yum. That's it. That's all you get.
That is a terrible
All right.
hint.
It was. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay. Shaky, shaky.
You
Num,
look
num,
ready
num, num,
enough
num, num,
to
num.
eat, Crude. All right. So with that being said, this has been Cyber Skull Media. We have enjoyed our time with you folks this evening. And like, share, comment, subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell your mama. And we're out of here. Have a good evening, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being cool. Thanks for rocking with us from the start. That rules. We wanna thank you all, from the likes to the views. Reading all your words makes this whole thing true. Cyber Skull Media is here because of you. From Shades, Thundy, and that dude Crude, I say thank you. Yeah, I say thank you. Yeah, we say thank you. Yeah, we say thank you. We out.